Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to 𝘍𝘪𝘭𝘮𝘃, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And when it comes to Elizabeth Olsen, it seems like she's had a very busy year for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only did WandaVision air earlier this year, and there was the associated press tour that was done digitally where she answered a ton of questions to a ton of different interviewers, but also we've seen over the years Elizabeth Olsen do some very interesting types of promotions when doing press tours. And one thing that's definitely really interesting is seeing how Elizabeth Olsen reacts whenever she somehow manages to get wound up in some sort of taste testing interview. And it just seems like, in general, Elizabeth Olsen has been involved in a lot of food-related interviews or promotional sketches, and a lot of these moments end up being absolutely hilarious because Elizabeth Olsen treats these situations in a very unique way that we'll look into more in just a moment. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this and look at some of these interesting moments of Elizabeth Olsen taste testing food. First up, we wanted to look at this interview that was done by 𝘍𝘪𝘭𝘮𝘃, and in this interview, we see Elizabeth Olsen try 10 different cheeses. And there were a lot of great moments along the way where we see Elizabeth Olsen trying to learn her way around these cheeses, and just some of the reactions or just the way that this interview was handled is pretty great.
And it's the way that you cut it and like the way it ends up, you end up with like a bald spot or something like that. This is a great looking block of cheese or cylinder of cheese, isn't it? Like if I made this, I'd be stoked. Oh, I'm sorry, you're doing something serious.
I'm using a cheese knife to cut through this thing.
I used the chef's knife and it worked great.
I bet it did.
We also know that Elizabeth Olsen did jump on board with doing an episode of Hot Ones and managed to make it all the way to the end, which is something that not every single celebrity who's been on Hot Ones can actually say. It's really cool to take a closer look at this and see what it takes to survive the gauntlet that is Hot Ones.
Wow. I don't even like it.
Yeah, nobody does.
Like, at least the other ones were kind to have nice flavors, but that's just like offensive. It's just like there's not even joy to it. It's just like they're trying to scare people and make their shining moment on this show.
In another interview, we've actually seen Elizabeth Olsen do a tour of her kitchen, including her refrigerator. But one thing that's really interesting is how she points out the best anchovies and apparently has an affinity for dishes that involve anchovies.
The anchovies you have to get, or tis. These are the best anchovies. And they're really good with fried bread, with some of that butter.
Matter of fact, one of Elizabeth Olsen's recipes was then used on an episode of the Kelly Clarkson show, where while interviewing Elizabeth Olsen, Kelly Clarkson tried one of Elizabeth Olsen's anchovy snack recipes, and the reaction and the dialogue between the two was pretty great.
That was good. Really? That was surprisingly good. I am not kidding. I am sweating. I didn't want to do that so hardcore. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
We've also gotten to see a close look inside of Elizabeth Olsen's fridge and see some of the different snacks and ingredients that she uses for cooking everyday stuff.
We got some hummus, we got tomato paste when you make those sauces. We have a single plant-based cookie because that's the fun superheroes get to have. We have blueberries and raspberries. I'm just gonna clean them out. Shoot, they really splattered.
We've also seen Elizabeth Olsen upload videos directly onto social media whenever she is cooking, and for instance, in this case, we've seen her go through the whole process of cooking bellinis. But first, we wanted to give a quick reminder, we do have a really awesome Instagram page that updates you guys on everything happening Marvel immediately. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check it out, link in the description. There's also a ton of really awesome memes and other things that are posted on there. So make sure you guys are following that page. And let's go ahead and jump into this story.
Hey guys, I'm wearing my Invisalign. I'm making what will be bellinis. That's, you can't see it, that's butter and almond milk. I made the almond milk. It called for milk, but I don't have milk. And I'm not gonna go to the store to get it. Oh, how fun, it's dancing with me. Little twirl, showing off for the camera. I'm gonna cover this little guy, and then he's gonna rise. And we'll visit him then. Look at all those yeasty bubbles.
Way back when doing a press tour for Captain America Civil War, Elizabeth Olsen teamed up with MTV and they did some sketch comedies with her as the front face of the sketches. And when Elizabeth Olsen is playing a character who can't use her hands, some of the instances afterwards were kind of interesting, like trying to eat popcorn. This isn't the only moment that ended up coming out of the team up with MTV. We also saw Elizabeth Olsen go face first into some spaghetti for the sake of the sketch comedy, which definitely shows some level of dedication. In another interview-styled thing, Elizabeth Olsen was given instructions for preparing dinner and cooking alongside a professional chef, and just trying her best to keep up and cook something delicious.
And we'll check the
It's like
texture.
it's like, do you know what 𝘬𝘤𝘢𝘗 is?
What'd you say?
𝘬𝘬𝘢𝘗?
Blue black?
𝘬𝘬𝘢𝘗. It's like a thing you play with as a kid with like baking soda and water, and that's what it's reminding me of.
Cool. And it should be about the consistency of heavy cream.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a little more bumps out, but I think I'm almost there.
And during another promotional sketch for Captain America Civil War, Elizabeth Olsen found herself caught up in a standoff between Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., all while she's just enjoying a snack in the background. Honestly, her reaction was really one of the funniest things that brought this entire sketch together, and is still one of the funniest moments in all of the MCU crossover type promotional things that they do in press tours.
Morning.
Evans?
Downey. Is that the last donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles?
We've also gotten to see Elizabeth Olsen try some types of taste tests that she's never done before. Like, for instance, in this interview, she did a blind spice taste test where she had to figure out which spice was which without actually looking at them.
It's ginger. It's either cayenne or chili powder. Chili powder. Ground red pepper, is that not the same thing? Cumin? Curry powder. Not doing a good job. Turmeric, easy.
In another interview, way back before Elizabeth Olsen was fully a character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe prior to Avengers Age of Ultron releasing, Elizabeth Olsen actually did an interview alongside 𝘧𝘪𝘭𝘮𝘳, and they prepared wild boar ragu.
So you're very much into the food. I mean, you always think about food. And
yeah, I
that's
think
nice. I like
that's
that.
like a way into any culture's heart.
Absolutely. Lizzie seems to be not a foodie, but really actually a gourmet. The gourmets are the people who really like cooking.
And then there was also this press junket where Elizabeth Olsen did a jelly bean taste test, which was pretty interesting.
I don't know what this is called, but this is the one I always liked as a child. I have no idea what it's called, but I've always liked it. Oh, great. It's good to know. Looks like a popcorn. I think it's popcorn, right? Yeah. Have this one because it looks like cinnamon.
So now we wanted to go ahead and turn this around to you guys. What do you guys think of this movie that's going to be coming soon? Are you excited for it? We're really excited to see where this character goes and what type of development this character has into the future. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys are subscribed for more videos like this uploaded every single day of the week. That's it for today though. We'll see you guys all next time with a brand new video.